Hello there YouTube, this is Master Maniac once again with a short Redstone tutorial, well hopefully short. I took a tiny bit of inspiration from Daedalus. Can't remember his full screen name. I know he's got extra numbers and letters and stuff behind that, but took a little bit of inspiration from him on his automatic chicken farm. And I thought, you know what, this could be simplified. This could also be made very modular. So I made this, which is basically the same thing except it combines the chickens to a 1x1 space and basically prevents them from moving around and stuff. Cuts down the number of hoppers you need by half in comparison to the 2-block wide model, because it is a 2x2 space in there. I have rigged up a system to make it fully and completely automatic using these few bits and chunks of redstone right here. The first is the piece that revolves around the daylight sensor, which basically sends a short pulse similar to the way a button would to wherever, and your output would be this torch. So this torch acts like an automatic button, triggers every night at about 2350, 2400 roughly. And this is game time, of course. Here I have the automatic egg firer. I call it this because I have no idea what else anybody would use it for. Basically what this does is shoots an egg as soon as the hopper sends it down into the dispenser. The only major issue with this is one item works just fine, right? You guys can see that. However, if for whatever reason you throw a stack of items into there, it's not firing. Well, why? Because this redstone, whenever there's not items in here, and you see that the last one that gets put in the chest automatically goes every time, and I'm not entirely sure. Well, I know exactly why. I'll show you how it works. Basically, this redstone is always powered, and it turns off whenever this hopper is transferring, and then turns back on when the hopper stops transferring. So whenever you've got a stack of items going through there for the duration of the entire stack of items, it's not going to tell the dispenser, hey, shoot that. No, it's just going to wait until the last item gets out of there, the hopper's no longer transferring, and then it'll shoot out a item. Which really isn't that big of a deal when you're doing a chicken farm that revolves around eggs anyway. So if somebody else has a particular use for this, and I'll walk everybody through building all of these things later, but if somebody has a particular use for this beyond shooting eggs, feel free to use it, toy with it, do what you want. I don't know if either of these things are my design or not. I highly doubt it. I'm sure somebody's come up with it at some point. I know for sure this is not. And this is basically a simple redstone double pulse, where your input would be the back of this block. It shuts off this torch, which lets this hopper go, sends this item through, and sends a short double pulse through there, like so. And if you want to be able to see it a little bit better, place a little piston down. I guess a block of dirt on top. And there you go. Quick double pulse. Easy, easy stuff. The chicken farm itself is actually surprisingly easy to build. I thought I would have a little bit more trouble than I did getting everything down into such a tiny space, but it actually wasn't that bad. So first I'm going to show you the smaller version, which is going to be far more resource friendly. You're only going to need 2 dispensers, 5 hoppers, a good little bit of redstone just to do run some of the lines behind it. If you want to be able to see the chickens, you'll need some glass. If not, then just bring a stack or 2 of whatever your building material is. You'll need a half slab, a daylight sensor, 2 comparators, 3 repeaters? I think it's 3 repeaters. I'm pretty sure it's 3 repeaters. 1, 2... No, I was wrong. 4 repeaters. I'm sorry about that. 4 repeaters, a random number of torches, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 redstone torches, and 2 chests. 1 chest. 1 chest for the slim model. Good God, I am terrible at this today. Alright. So, I'm going to come over here, where I've got all of my little bits and pieces of machinery. You're going to pick your spot where you want your chest, put it down right there, right? And then shift, right click on the back of that chest with a hopper, make the hopper run into it. This is going to be your kill platform. On top of that, you put a half slab, and then all the way around the sides, you're going to want your building block. Then on top of that building block, you're going to put 1 dispenser facing directly towards you, and 1 dispenser facing in from the side. And it doesn't matter which side you go to, the only difference it makes is a mirror flip whenever you go to wire everything up. Next thing you're going to do is run 1 more hopper right there, and another hopper running into that. Once again, half slab the top of that, and this is going to be your chicken egg pooping platform. I'm aware that chickens do not poop eggs, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to say they do, because that's far more entertaining than the way things actually work. And cool. Now, make sure that the walls are at least 1.5 blocks high in this top one. I would make them 2.5 personally. That just makes it easier for me whenever I'm tossing eggs into there trying to put the chickens themselves in. But that is completely your choice. Now, this dispenser in the back is the one we are going to wire up to be our egg firing dispenser, as you could probably have guessed. So you're going to place a couple of blocks like that. I'm going to put a comparator running out right there. Come back down and place a block there with a torch on the back right there. And then no longer need that chest. 2 bits of redstone. And there you go. Now every time an item goes into that dispenser, it will be fired straight out. And just in case you need another look at it, it's the same exact thing as what I've got over here. This dispenser can be facing in any direction. If you wanted it facing straight down, I guess that could work too. And actually, I might be able to come up with a way to do that that would take away a good chunk of the complication of this. But anyway, I will edit this with whatever revisions I have later. Next thing we're going to do is wire up the lava dispenser right here. So you're going to take some blocks, run them in a staircase pattern down, and once it hits flush with the ground, you're going to have a repeater running straight into it, and then a comparator running into that, and then right here, go back a... No, don't go back a block. Put a comparator running to the side there, and then another comparator running into that. Now this is going to make your redstone clock, or your redstone double pulsar right here. And then you're going to place one block here with a redstone torch on the end of it. And that will basically lock your double pulsar. Then you're going to run a repeater into that block. One block here. Redstone torch here. And here comes the daylight sensor part. Daylight sensor there. One repeater set to 4 ticks. One repeater set to 3 ticks. 7 ticks total is the minimum that I've found would work with this double pulsar. So if somebody comes up with a better method of doing this, by all means let me know. And there we go. You see that? You saw how everything just shut off. The next thing you'll have to do is get your chickens in there after you, of course, block up the front of this so that you don't have escapees. Place some blocks right here in the sides, make it look all pretty. And let's see, that should be, oh, almost forgot. Run your line right there. Alright. Let me get some glass. Click, click, click. Ah! Click, click. Alright, we've got that. Now I'm just going to block this up and make it look... How could I have forgotten that? Why did I do that? I already know that I need lava in there. It'd be dumb of me not to put lava in there. Alright. So now we've got everything set up. Your output will obviously be this chest. And it will output cooked chicken, feathers, occasionally eggs. But that's only because chickens grow up. And since this harvests at night, this basically guarantees your chickens have plenty of time to grow up and grow into the area where they'll be able to be killed. Now the way this works, the chickens lay the eggs come down here, the eggs fire out. The baby chickens are just short enough that when they're standing on this half slab, the lava won't be able to hit them. The adults, however, get lit on fire and die quickly. You know, because that's what chickens do. Chickens don't like fire. So, come up here and get your chickens. Easiest way to lead them in is to put... I don't have any other blocks. Put basically a 2-high wall up there, all the way around. Lead your chickens over here with some seeds. Get them up to this level. Lead them over here with some seeds. A lot of them will just stand there and look at you funny, but they will actually push each other off into this hole. So that'll make it a little easier for you whenever you're actually gathering your chickens to place in here. Unless you want to go the egg route, which is a little cheap and you have to wait a little while to get the chickens to grow up. Ooh, sorry about that. You have to wait a while to get the chickens to grow up. Anyway, I recommend putting no more than 15 chickens in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I recommend no more than 15 chickens in here. Specifically because of this right here. If you have a constant flow of eggs going in, you're not going to get them all fired out. And you're not going to get the maximum output of your babies. You're going to have wasted eggs and all that good stuff. So I recommend not putting any more than 15 in there, but that's just you, or that's just me. I think you could probably make it with more, but it's not something that I would do. Now that we have this, we just wait for these chickens to lay some eggs, wait for some babies to get there, and oh hey, it's already getting dark. Where's the sun? Where's the sun? Okay, whatever. The best part about this, either design, is the fact that it is completely modular. Meaning that, with the exception of this little daylight sensor portion here, you could tile this infinitely to the side. Aw, missed it. So, say for example, I wanted another one. Let's go ahead and take these things out of here, get some redstone. I just go on building it the same way I did the first time. Put the hopper, put the slab. Put your blocks around, dispenser, and I'll cut to the point where I'm finished with this. Alright, and here we go. We've got the second module here. I built it with 3 blocks in between instead of 2. That was a complete accident. I goofed. My bad. I'm pretty sure you can reduce it down to a 2-block gap between each chamber, but I haven't exactly tested that. It doesn't look like any of the redstone will interfere with each other. So that looks promising. None of this redstone here would even come close to or would be in a position where it looks like it'd power the hopper or the dispenser. So that's nice. What I meant about the exception with the daylight sensor here is the redstone right here. Basically, since this is your output, you'd normally put a button on the back of this block, and since this acts like an automatic button, all you need is the current for it. So you just send it through to the second module where you need the input. So now you don't need a crap ton of daylight sensors. You just need one. And whenever you need to extend it, just plop down a repeater right there and keep on going. Do your thing. Now we have some chickens here, and you can see the automatic egg shooter is working just fine. The chickens are all staying fairly grouped up, and this is, in particular, another reason why I like the slim version better than the regular version. The chickens don't move around as much. You don't have them pretending to try and clip through the walls like they were over here. A lot of times whenever I build something, and I don't know why, but if whatever is in that area has room to move, it seems to attempt to go through the walls. What is happening? Where are these chickens dying? I don't know. It attempts to go through the walls. Sometimes they'll get stuck in the walls, and I guess that's what's making the sounds here. You can see this hasn't happened. This hasn't cooked in a while. So I'm going to real quick make sure this is all wired up. It is. And I will show you. Actually, do we have adults here? We have an adult here. Time set 13:05. That should be just a little bit until these chickens are cooked. There we go. There we go. See? And that was a weird little bug there. I'm sure you guys saw that too. But all of your contents go straight down into this chest here. And that's basically how it works. And it will loop every day. The only downside to this is it happens a little while after dark. And so if you want it to actually cook your chickens, sure, you've got the full day for them to get down here and get grown up and all that. But you have to wait a little while after dark for them to cook. It's a plus and a minus. You know, I take it as a win because I would build something like this inside of my house personally, so that I'm sure that I have a readily available source of food at all times. But that's just me. Anyway, I will include a link in the description to a video of me building the 2-block wide model, in case anybody is interested. And so if you want to see that, go ahead and wait till the credits are over, which are going to be very short, because I think there's only one person working on this right now. I'm pretty sure it's me. But at the end of the video, I will leave a link to that. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, you guys take it easy. This is Master Maniac signing off.